everybody, how are we all doing? I hope we're having a good weekend so far. Today is Saturday the 5th of October 2013 and I'm reviewing the second episode of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Titled 084. Now what is 084 first of all? Well, 084 is their code that they use for a discovery that has been made that is not of earthly origin. Basically, if it's alien, it's known as 084. And even Coulson explains this to Sky of what the very first 084 they encountered happened to be Thor's hammer, which was very impressive. I mean, throughout the episode, Thor is, the whole mention of Thor is present in the film. I mean, also the Tesseract is mentioned, Gamma Rays is mentioned as well. So like I say, like the first episode, it's, that it's still part of the movie franchise, because that's why they're doing the TV series in some sense. Again, fans are still not happy. Well, I say fans, I say, the really hardcore fans, the purists out there. But hey, at the end of the day, like I said last week, you can't please everybody. I really am enjoying the show so far. It's only into the second episode, and I can't wait to see what's next. So this episode, the 084 emerged in Peru. So the team decided to venture over there. Also at the same time, Agent Ward and Melinda May are both having a conversation. And it turns out that Melinda, I mean, as I said last week, I think she's one hell of a character already. But it looks like she is well known. She's very famous in that she is known as the Cavalry, but she doesn't like being called that. And it's well known throughout the episode. No idea exactly what that means as to, her being the Cavalry. But it looks, I mean, she did show what she's capable of. Not just in last week's episode, but in this week's episode as well. She showed exactly what she's capable of. She really is just phenomenal. She's awesome, is all I can say. So she's hardcore. Yeah, put it that way. She's very hardcore. So anyway, so as I say, the team go to Peru to find this 084, and at the same time they were not ambushed, but the Peruvian military showed up, led by a woman who Coulson knows very well from the old days, from back in the day. And when I say very well, I mean very well. Okay, yeah. So that all happens, and then the rebels as well in Peru are also looking for this artifact at the same time. So you've got the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, you've got the Peruvian military, and then the rebels as well. So three different organizations after one thing. But it turns out that what we saw wasn't actually, there was a distraction. Basically, it was what happened turned out to be a distraction. Coulson wasn't really happy about it. There are some interesting goofs in the episode. Number one being using the inflatable dinghy, as I'd like to call it, from the plane to stop air being sucked out of the plane. Yeah, but let that slide. Yeah, so eventually, as I say, there was a bit of a distraction. Let's say someone overtrusted someone else, and it caused a bit of a problem for the team as such. But I think for me, the biggest one for me was Sky. Turns out that whilst she was against joining the team, the S.H.I.E.L.D. team, it wasn't a case that she was against it. And let's just say she wasn't found by accident. Okay, let's say that she wanted to be found, it was intentional, but she's playing it as if she doesn't want to be part of the team kind of thing, but she will join them and see what's going to happen. So very, very interesting to see what's going to happen. You know, so I honestly thought, when I know last week I said that she was the one member of Rising Tide. Turns out there's more, or there could be more, or there could be just her and one other person. But it showed at the end that it wasn't just her who was you know, Rising Tide. There's obviously more there to it. So but yeah, again, I really am enjoying the show. Fitzsimmons, the pair of them, they're just hilarious. I mean, I love the fact that one's British and one's one's English and one's Scottish. You know, they're both British, but one's Scottish, one's English. And I know for a lot of American people, it is difficult to understand the accents at times. But seriously, once you get used to it and you hear the quirks between the pair of them, it is flipping hilarious. There was tension between the team. With Sky even saying that she should be the one leading them, because well, she knows a thing or two about leadership, and you can see the confrontation, the conflict between them. You know, Fitzsimmons and also Ward in particular, and I'm sure Ward and Sky have a thing going on. Well, they probably will have a thing going on at some point. But Melinda May, she's like, Coulson and Melinda, they're like the parents, you know. I don't really want to say that Melinda's like the mother hen of the group. In some ways she is, and at the same time obviously Coulson is like, you know, the daddy as it were, but he is the boss of the team as well. You know, so Fitzsimmons, Sky and Ward, they're all pretty much you know, kids, you know, going out into the field for the first time as a team. It was difficult for them, you know. It showed in that. But I think the epic moment of the entire episode was the end. It was the very, very end. I'm just going to say it. Samuel L. Jackson appearing as Nick Fury. It was spot on. I didn't expect a big name character to appear already. And you can't get as big as possible. On a TV level, you can't get as big as Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson, if I'm going to be honest. Brilliant. You know, it was absolutely brilliant, talking to me about authority. And then Coulson, yeah, we're going to have to kill the fish tank. It's like, you were actually going to put a fish tank in the hole that got blew up on the plane. Oh my days. Right, okay, that's brilliant. So yeah, typical Marvel, adding an end credit right there. It was sublime. It was superb. So, you know, and this is what I'm talking about. Things like that, having those little moments is what makes the show worthwhile. So I think people just need to, you know, get off their high horses, take a chill pill, take a back seat, look at the bigger picture and say, do you know what? It's good that Marvel are doing this. It is part of the universe. It is part of, you know, what they're expanding on. Certain things that we've seen in the film that probably weren't explained in the film can be explained on the show. You know, I said this last week. I don't want to repeat myself again, but you know, we really got to get to the point of where we have to just understand that some things we're not going to like, some things we are going to like. You know, there's going to be that imbalance as such. You know, you're not going to have something that's going to be balanced as you'd expect, but it can be perfect, but it can be imperfect at the same time. So, you know, just watch it for what it is. It is more TV. It's a TV show. It's in the Marvel universe, and enjoy it. That's all you need to do. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you all very much, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.